128 byte RAM is added, 2K ROM for storing monitor program, right? Apart from this, timer registers, 2 timers are added, T0 and T1, or 16-bit timers are added, so that timing part or delay generation part can be done very easily, right? And it is within the microcontrollers, no need to interface memory chip, right? A ROM, RAM, and even timer chip, and even no need to interface the IO devices like 8255, right? So if external memory is needed, in that case this port 0 and port 2 pins will be used for sending the address, right? And port 0 pin will be used for transmitting and receiving data, right? And ALE pin is there, right? We discussed that, all these things we discussed, and we can interface maximum 128 KB memory, right? Out of 128 KB memory, external memory, 64 KB will be RAM and 64 KB will be ROM. Why? Because of this PSEN bar. Now, when microcontroller is accessing external memory, not internal memory, that time this external access, this pin number 31, has to be connected to 0 volt. Otherwise, if it is connected to plus 5 volt, then it's not going to read the external memory, right? Or it's not going to access the external memory. Whatever execution and processing it will do, right, with the data from internal memory only, right? Right. So all pin diagrams we discussed. Then actually we were these things also we discussed. We will have 3 type of branch instruction, right? Small jump, absolute jump, long jump. So 8-bit address, 11-bit address, and 16-bit address. 3 different types of branch instructions will be there, right? And we discussed another thing, that instructions in microcontroller is going to be control oriented, right? Using a single instruction, you can do 2 or 3 things simultaneously. You can do jump, right? You can do comparison, and you can do decrement also, right? Decrement, all these things, right? So when we will discuss the instruction set, that time it will be clear what are the different instruction, right? Okay, so finally we ended up with the features of 8051 yesterday, right? So clock speed is 11.085 megahertz, very high clock, right? Very high frequency. So processing is going to be very, very fast, right? 4 8-bit IO ports are there, right? So these IO ports very easily you can configure as input or output, right? And you can send control signal via these IO ports. You can input external signals via these IO ports very easily, right? External digital signals, right? And control signal again you will send, that will be digital one, right? 2 16-bit timers are there, right? Serial IO at typical baud rate is there. This part we discussed. We have serial buffer register in SFR. Special function register, serial buffer register is there. So whatever byte you have to out serially, simply you have to transfer it over here, and you have to program the serial control register at typical baud rate. Automatically from this 8-bit as serial buffer register, data will be outed at PXD pin, right? At typical baud rate. Similarly for receiving, you have to program the serial control register properly, and via this RxD pin, right, data will be received at typical baud rate, and moment 8-bit data is received, right, a flag will be generated, and then you can transfer this byte to memory location, right? So it's very easy in 8051 while transmitting the data at say typical baud rate or receiving the data at typical baud rate. But in 8085 it was using rim instruction, seam instruction, rotating the bytes, right? Rotating the bits, then you have to use. So that type of problem was there. So it is modified and new feature is added, right? Then 128 byte RAM, this will we have discussed. Each byte of this 128 byte RAM can be, it's inside the microcontroller chip, and each byte can be used as register, right? Even sometimes it can be used as okay, that we will discuss what type of instructions are there, right? Then 2K ROM for storing the monitor program, not a problem, right? Hello.
Sir, is there 128 byte RAM or 256 byte RAM?
No, in advanced version it is 256 byte RAM is there in advanced version, and this is 4K ROM, right? Two types of means 8051, right? A is having, right? In advanced version of 8051 microcontroller, we have 256 byte RAM. Right. Yesterday, sir was saying what the 128 byte RAM and 128 locations are reserved for SFR. That we will discuss. Right. Right. In advanced version, it is 256 byte RAM as well as SFRs are also there. And 4K ROM. Okay.
Yes, sir.
4K ROM. Right. Then we discuss multiplication and division instructions are there. In 8085, how to divide? Simply you have to keep on subtracting, right? And for multiplication, you have to do the multiple addition. So here around 16 nanosecond, right? Multiplication, division. I'm not sure about this timing, but div AB will produce the result A by B within 16 nanosecond. I'm not sure about this time, right? A single byte will be divided by single byte within this time period, and remainder will be in accumulator and percent part will be in B register, right? Simply, and then multiple AB, mul AB if you do, then A and B will be multiplied, and lower byte will be in A register and upper byte of the result will be in B register, right? 16-bit result will be over here. So these features we are added. Now this one is the very important, bit addressable RAM, right? In fact, in this 128 byte RAM, right, 16 bytes are bit addressable. Bit addressable. This is very, very important feature, right? With this feature, you can develop PLC using, right, using microcontroller. PLC, programmable logic controller, which will control the, in fact, PLC, you people may be knowing that it is programmable logic controller, right? And it is used for automate the process industry. Right. Normally in automobile, where this automobile industry, where this assembling and assembly lines, right, where you have to assemble the engine, this. No, it's now it's widely used in each and every process industry also, right? So PLC, you can design. Special function registers are there. Special function register, right? So many registers. Register A, register B, PSW register, right? That is flag, program counter, stack pointer, timer control, right? Serial control, power control registers are there, and this port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. All these are special function registers, right? And in order to operate these special function registers, you have to program them properly, right? So that You can use the features of this special function register for processing or controlling the process. Processing the data and controlling the process. Now I will come to this special function register. What are different special function register? I will just list it. SFR of 8051 microcontroller. Images. This one I will take. Copy image. Control V. Now you can see in special function register are these, but it should start from ATH. Where is ATH? ATH is here. Okay. It's not listed in ascending order. Anyway, then I will have this another very important 128 byte RAM of 8051 microcontroller. Which one I should take? This. This one I should take. Copy image. So I will start from here. First of all, I will take 128 byte RAM. Right. So inside microcontroller, right, we have this CPU over here. Right. It is CPU can access 128 byte RAM. Right, 2K ROM, and SFR, special function registers. Right, special function register. So now we will discuss this. Right, in 128 byte, say for addressing, say 128 byte RAM, you need 7-bit address, right? So it will start say 00 to say 7F, right? 7F, right? 7F and ATH to FFH, right? These will be SFR and these will be what? Internal RAM. So let us discuss what is inside this 00 to 7F. So you will find this 128 byte RAM. You can see 00, first register is here, 8th register is this one, 9th one is this, 17th, 16th one is this, 16th one is this, right? 17th one is this. This one is, no, sorry. 10 to 1718. So up to this 32 registers are there. 00 to 1F. Right. This is called bank 0 of register bank. This is bank 1. This is bank 2. This is bank 3. Right. These registers which is having address 00 is called R0. Register say having this address 01 is called R1. Similarly, register having address 07 will be called R7. Right. So this is related to bank 0. 8 registers are here. You can operate very easily, right? Simply by writing this move A comma R0. If you write, no, what will happen? Data in this location. Suppose in this R0 we have FFH. So after writing this instruction, A will become FFH. It's similar to move A comma B, where B content is copied to A, right? This instruction is also there. Move A comma 00H, and this one is the address. So this again, this content of this 00 location FFH will be copied to accumulator, right? Now I will tell you another thing. Here, can you see accumulator? Yes, accumulator is here, right? Accumulator RAM address is E0H. Accumulator RAM address is E0H, right? So here SFR will be there, right? And its E0H location is nothing but our accumulator, right? And if you write this instruction, move, right, E0H comma 00H, what will happen? It will copy R0 content to accumulator. So here actually we are providing the RAM address, right? We will see the instruction set, that time it will be clear, right? So this is related to register bank 0 only. In register bank 0, how many registers we have? We have 8 registers. And again in register bank 1, we have 8 registers. And register which is having this address 08 is also called R0. And which is having 09 is also called R0. And register which is called 0F, this is called, no, not R0, this will be R1, sorry. And this will be R7. Similarly, this will be R0 of register bank 2, and this will be R7. Similarly, this will be R0 of register bank 3, and this will be R7. So we have 4 register bank, 4 register bank, each RB having 8 registers, R0 to R7, right? Now I will tell how to differentiate between the, whether if I am writing, say, you may ask, no, move A comma R0, if I am writing, which data will be copied? Whether this one, 4 R0s are there. Hello? 4 R0s are there. So which register bank data will be copied to accumulator? From which register bank? Which R0 data will be copied to register A? Right? So in fact, you will have to decide this using a control register, a special function register, right? A special function register you have to use for deciding the control register, this register bank, and it is PSW register. PSW register. So I will take PSW register of 8051 first. PSW of 8051. Images where? Copy. Control V. So here you can see we have to set these 2 bits in the PSW register, right? For selecting register bank 0, you have to put 00 over here. register, selecting register bank 1, you have to put 0 1 over here. For selecting register bank 2, you have to put 1 0 over here. And if you put 1 1 over here, then register bank 4 will be selected. Right? And how to set these bits? That is also very, very easy in microcontroller. Imagine in 8085 you have to move something to accumulator, then from there you have to move over here in order to modify these bits. Here directly you can set or reset these bits, right? Because this is bit addressable. What is bit addressable? It will come later on, right? All these registers, most of the registers, special function registers are bit addressable. You can change any bit of the bit addressable register by writing one instruction, right? Okay, so this is about how to select the, okay, so if you go here, say PSW register, okay, PSW register is there, so let me check, but here detail is not given now. That, okay, detail I have to see. What is the location of this one? PSW register D0H, right? D0H. So this will be D0, this will be D1, and this will be D7H, D1H, D2H, right? These are the bit addresses. So if you write this instruction, set B D0H, what exactly it is going to do? It will put this flag equal to 1. And if you write, say, CLRB, CLRB, this is what? D3, no? D3H. So if you write D3H over here, then it will make this one 0. And if you put set B D4H, then it will make this RS1 bit 1. So now after this, if you write, say, move A comma R0, what will happen? This is register bank 2, no? Register bank 2. So register bank 2, this one, suppose here we have 33H. So 33H will be copied, not FFH. Understood? Hello? Hello?
No, sir. Can you explain again?
Okay. So suppose, right, we have here how many register banks? 4 register banks are there. Right, 4 register banks are there. If I write, right, simply this, sorry, 4 register bank are there. Here R0 I am writing over here. R0, this is R7. This is also R0, this is R7. This is also R0, this is R7. Then R0 over here, R7 over here. Now if you write, say, move A comma R0, what will happen? By default, register bank 0 will be selected. And whatever is the content of this, suppose here we have FFH, right? So A will be equal to FFH, right? Now suppose here we have 33H, and before, and if you write, okay, so FFH will be copied over here to accumulator, right? Now, okay, suppose I want to do this. Move A comma R0 comma A, and A is having FFH. So this will be copied over here. Now same data we want to copy here also, in this R0 also. So what we have to do? We have to do what? Set B, right? D3H, no? D2H. Nah, clear B. I have to check, no? RS1 is D4 bit. RS1 is D4 bit. So if I write set B D4H set B, now clear B, CLRB D3H, this content will change. Here it will be 1 and it will be 0. Now if we write, say, move A comma R0 comma A, what will happen? Right, FFH will be copied over here. Now if you write, say, DCR R0, right, it will be decremented by this 1 FEH. This one won't decrement. Now first, if you write, say, CLRB D4H, now if you write, say, INR R0, INR R0, what will happen? Which one will increment? Hello? Which register will increment? This one or this one?
The bank 0.
Okay, because we have set this D4 bit to 0, so this will be incremented and it will become 0, 0, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this way it will be, right? So you have 4 register banks. So how much flexibility you can see? In 8085, only 7 registers were there, and here you have 4 register bank of 8-bit registers, right? In each register bank we have 8-bit registers, so total 32. Okay, so many registers are there. Simply you have to select the you have to set these 2 bits in order to select a register bank and operate with those registers. Okay, this is
Sir, why did you set D0 H?
earlier. Now this one is the some parity flag. This one is the parity flag. I gave you the example. I gave you the example by simple writing one instruction, you can set it to 1. Even though this parity flag will be set by arithmetic and logical operation, right? But manually also you can set, because all these registers, this register is bit addressable. A typical bit you can set or reset by writing a 1 instruction. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So now it is clear. These 20H to 2F 16-byte bit addressable RAM is there, right? So in these registers, very easily you can set any bit. If I write, say, set B, right, 45H, what will happen? Right, this one is 20H, this one is 21H, right? Up to this, it will go up to what? 2FH. 16 locations are there. These are byte addresses, right? And each byte is having 8 bit. This is D0 bit, this is D1 bit, this is D2 bit, this is D7 bit. And by writing an instruction, very easily you can set or reset these bits. So how many? 16 into 8. These many bit addressable bits are there. 128. Right? These many bit addressable bits are there, or 16 bit addressable locations are there. 202 2F. Now, if I'm writing, say, this instruction, set B 45H, what will happen? It will change only this bit at this location. What is the advantage of having these many bit addressable bits? Right, you can store the status of external switches. External switches. Now, if any switch is on or off, if it is on, this will be plus 5 volt. Right, if this switch S1 is on, this will be plus 5 volt, and this plus 5 volt you can copy to any of these bit addressable RAM. Right, of course these will be inputted via port pins. We will discuss. Right, so much flexibility is there. So these many bit addressable RAM is there, right? And you can think of, in fact, all these you can use as flag, storing the status of this switch or flags, right? If this switch is on, right, you can set this one to 1, right? Simply you can copy directly via port pin, right? P0 to 0.02, P0.7. 8 bits are there. Now, if it is say, connected to P0.7 pin, you can simply write this instruction: move C, P0.7. So it will be copied to carry flag, and from carry flag, you can copy it to 45H. Right. So P0.7 will go to first carry flag, then from carry flag to 45H. So status of this switch S1 can be stored over here. If this is say not connected, right? Not connected means it will be 0 volt. It will be 0 volt, right? If it is say not connected, you can have switch like this, no? This is plus 5 volt, and this is connected to, right now it is connected to ground. Now, if this switch position changes over here, this switch position changes over here, then it will be plus 5 volt. So if it is on, plus 5 volt. If it is off, 0 volt. That can be copied over here. Hello? Now, these bit addressable RAM is byte addressable also. If you write, say, move A, 20H, content of all these bits, right? Suppose it is 1001 91000. So it is 98, no? So A will be 98H. So it is byte addressable as well as bit addressable. Right. Then after this, 30H to 7H. Right. These are byte addressable RAM. Here you can write your program. You can put your data and can manipulate it. All these things you can do over here. Now 80H onwards. 80 and H onwards, we have location of special function registers only. Right? Special function registers only. So here you can see special function register, accumulator, register, PSW, stack pointer, right? Status and control bits, ports, timer, serial control, power control, etc. All will be over here. Right? So you can see what are the different special function register. We have accumulator. We have accumulator, and its byte address is E0H. So either you can use accumulator byte addressable, or directly you can give its name, move a comma has 45H. What exactly it is going? It is similar to MBI A comma 45H. It is immediate addressing. So A will be equal to 45H. This is 8085. This one is 8051. Right? Or you can write this move E0H comma has 45H. This will also transfer 45H immediately to location this E0H, which is nothing but accumulator only. But here, what we see, number of bytes are going to increase. Move command will be there. E0 is 1 byte and 45 is another byte. But here, in this case, move a comma has 45H, only 2 bytes will be used. Right? It's up to you whether you go with byte address one or you go directly. We will discuss all the instruction set. That time it will be clear. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So B register is also there. B register is also there. Its byte location is this. Right? And we have this DPH and DPL. This one is actually used as DPTR. DPTR, data pointer. Data pointer. So, if you recall, HL, we were using as memory pointer in 8085, no? So here we have DPTR, which is used as memory pointer, 16-bit memory pointer. When you have to send this 16-bit address to external memory, that time these two registers will be used, DPH and DPL. So if you write, say, move DPTR, comma, has 2050H, what exactly it is going to do? It will put 50 over here and 20 over here. Right? Now if you write next instruction, move X, right? A comma at the rate DPTR. What exactly it will do? It will send the address 2050H outside microcontroller via port 0 and port 2 pin. Right? ALE will be made high. So 16-bit address will be latched. Lower 8-bit will be latched on external latch, and this port 2 pins will have 20. Port 2 pins will have 20, and this will be 50, and 2050 address will go to the memory. Now this X stands for external RAM. Right? So PSEN bar will be 1. Program store enable will be 1, and data will be read from RAM only. Data will be read from RAM only. From RAM location 2050H, data will be copied to A. Now, if you write C over here, move C. Right, move C, this stands for code memory. So external ROM will be accessed. Right, in this case, PSEN bar will be 0. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, for remain SIM instruction, you recall SIM instruction for setting the interrupt mask and enabling the interrupts. Here we have interrupt enable control. So whatever interrupts are there, INT 0, INT 1, right? And in fact, software interrupts are, timer interrupts will be there. Timer interrupts, serial control, right? Flags will be there, no? So all these will be over here in this interrupt control register. So which interrupt you want, which one you want to mask, which one you want to unmask, you have to set and reset these bits in this register bits only, interrupt enable control bit, right? And then we have interrupt priority register also. You can decide the interrupt priority, right? In 8085, priority was fixed. TRAP was having highest priority, RST 7 like. So here, priority of these interrupts, you can fix, you can change according to your requirement, right? Then we have 4 ports, 8-bit ports, you can see P0, P1, P2, P3. And all these ports are bit addressable, sorry. Sir. नहीं कोई दिक्कत नहीं सर, बहुत नहीं सामने खड़ा रहने तो करेगा ही सर, और मतलब hello.
Yes, sir.
So we have 4 ports, 32-bit IO pins are there. Port 0, P0.0 to P0.7. Similarly, P1.0 to P1.7. P2.0 to P2.7. P 3.0 to P3.7. All these bits are here, right? And these bits you can set or reset. So what is the address of port 0? Is 80H. And this one will be the D0 bit of port 0. This one will be D1 bit. This will be D2 bit, right? And its bit address is also there. It's similar to this 80, 81, 82. Similarly, this will be 87H. Right? Now suppose this is 8051, 8051, and these are the port pins. P0.0 and P0.7. Now, if you want to make this pin 1 plus 5 volt, what you have to do? Simply you have to write one instruction. Set the 80H, and this will be plus 5 volt. Or if you want to make this one 0 volt, P0.7 0 volt, what you have to do? You have to do what? CLRB 87H, and this will become 0 volt. It will become 0 volt. And this 0 volt you can use for turning on a relay by using a PNP transistor. ऐसा नहीं कि +5 volt से ही हम relay चला सकते हैं. We can use 0 volt also for turning on the relay. Only this transistor will change from NPN to PNP transistor. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So this way we have 32 IO pins. Directly you can set or reset, right? Or you can transfer 8-bit data directly to any port. If you write, say, this instruction, move P0, A, accumulator content will be copied over here. जैसे नहीं बोलते थे out port A address. Port A address. The accumulator content was copied to port A of 8255, right? PA0 to PA7, right? This instruction will do this same job. Accumulator content will be copied to port 0 register, or port 0 content you can copy to accumulator simply by writing this. See, it's very easy, no? Only register to register transfer. So much flexibility you will find while programming the 8051 microcontroller. Then for power control, right? If you want your system has to go in idle mode, power saving mode, right? That time you can use these bits, right? Brightness of the display, all these things, right? We control, huh? in our phone and all. So this power control register is also there. PSW register, right? It will have flag as well as RS0, RS1 for selecting the register banks, right? Flag registers will be affected whenever we do any arithmetic and logical operation, right? While RS0, RS1 will be used for selecting the register bank, right? Serial control register is there, right? Whether you want to data serially out, serial in, at what baud rate, all these things you can set and reset, and you can, right, control the serial data communication very easily. So then serial buffer register, whatever data you want to out, you have to put over here in this location. So
Another class is started.
Okay. So I will continue with this special function register in next class, and we will discuss the instruction set, right? Instruction set. Set in next class. Okay. Please go through all these things because the end semester is going to be so much, right? So much. Now see how much flexibility we have in setting the MCQs. So you have to study, right? You have to take this, means each module you have to take seriously, then only you will be able to answer something, right? And means nothing will be there from which is available on the net, right? Everything will be, most of the questions will be prepared by Solanki sir, and he will give you the typical logical and that type of questions will be set. So please, right, you go through the instructions, just download the PDF of 8051 microcontroller instruction set, then you will find some details are given over there, right? And when I will discuss the instruction, that time it will be more clear to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I am ending this meeting now, right? Think in advance, and when we will discuss, you will have some doubt, then it will be cleared. Simply by meeting join करके चुपचाप बैठे रहे तो वो अच्छा नहीं है.